Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Rutgers offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They've put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the format. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wants to bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Ohio State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Working that left side now. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Peoples. There he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far down. tackle. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. The screen, he can go. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the 1st down.
And the Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Sayin. He's got an open man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Motion from the wideout. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he fires a bullet to the tight end. He gets a paw on it, but he couldn't get it in. He couldn't bring it in. What happens with tips and overthrows? Defenses usually take advantage. They do here, and they get the big INT.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. 3rd down play from the gun. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. It's a running room. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the 1st quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the 2nd. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Sheffield. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Rides the back on the option to give. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Scarlet Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. They'll run it on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A nice job by the defense. First and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Punch it out of the air.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out of the 27. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's got the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the tight end. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defense.
There for the score.
Every time you speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. LSU is running away with briefings right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 25 over Western Kentucky. For now, it's back to you fellas.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Fielded in the end zone. It's flat. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Mitchell. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Scarlet Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to get the edge on the right. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Scarlet Knights will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sanchez. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built.
Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Great tough running by the running back, low to the ground, continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that first down.
And the Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking for a man. It's Sayed. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Quarterback keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So an 82-yard drive there. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle at Sheffield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Scarlet Knights had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Dances away. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous 1st down.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Peoples. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. You're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Caught over the middle. It's Smith.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big 1st down and keeps the clock moving.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Tight end now in motion. Pulls and fires complete. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Benjamin. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Catch in the middle. It's strong. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Scarlet Knights want to pick up the tempo. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's a...
There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Scarlet Knights have this offense rolling. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle, it's Weber. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Let's see what they've got on second down. The option look. He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's strong. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Weber. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know, running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He could play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice away.
Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick. pull that offense back out there. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And the Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Duff. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Snagged in the middle, it's Duff. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires to the big fella. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Sheffield. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Got to find a completion on this one. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He's inside the 40, running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.